This segment demonstrates how to assemble the tow broadcast spreader. To begin, turn the hopper assembly Part 1 upside down and insert the flow plate, Part 9, into the guide as shown. Now insert the end of the control cable, Part 4, into the flow slide. Then align the body of the cable and snap it into place. Next, align the gearbox assembly, Part 8, with the two frame tubes, Part 7. Now align the crossover brace Part 6 and loosely secure one side with two 1/4 inch by 1 3/4 inch hex bolts, Part A, and 2/4 inch nylock nuts, Part K. Repeat for the other side. Fully secure both sides now. Then slide the flange bearing Part F onto each side of the axle with the hex side facing inwards and press the bearings into the frame assembly. Now, press two tube plugs Part E into the top of the frame assembly. Next, align the hopper assembly with the frame assembly and slide it down onto the shaft of the gearbox assembly. Then insert 2/4 inch by 1 3/4 inch hex bolts Part A with 2/4 inch washers Part D down through the hopper assembly and the frame assembly. Then secure them below with 2/4 inch nylock nuts Part K. Next, insert the hairpin agitator Part L into the shaft of the gearbox assembly. Now slide a large washer Part J onto the left side axle. Then slide on a spacer Part C. Next, slide on a wheel Part 5. Now insert a 5/32 by 2 inch cotter pin Part M through the wheel and the axle and spread the end open to secure it. Then on the opposite side, slide on a large washer Part J followed by a spacer Part C. Next, slide on a wheel. Now slide on a large washer Part J. Then insert a 3/32 cotter pin Part H and spread the end open to secure it. Next, align the control tube, Part 2, as shown. Now insert 2/4 inch by 1 3/4 inch hex bolts, Part A. Then align the hitch tube, Part 3. Next, secure the assembly with 2/4 inch nylock nuts, Part K. Now press a tube plug, Part E, into the end of the control tube. Then align the control cable housing and secure it with the 1/4 inch by 2 inch carriage bolt Part B and a 1/4 inch nylock nut Part K. Now press a tube plug Part E into the end of the hitch tube. Next, insert the hitch pin Part I. Now secure it with a 3/32 inch hair cotter pin Part G.